Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the third broadcast of 8 on the docket today. I'm Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports, providing the play-by-play. And we've got a substitution in the booth this game, welcoming our friend and, of course, a rising star in the color commentary business, Mr. Doug Elwell. Coach Doug Elwell, welcome to the broadcast, brother.
Hey, what's going on, man? You guys have been doing a great job today. We watched both games so far at home. You and Ray are killing it, man.
Oh, you watched them? Oh.
Hey, shout out to Greg Civiletti, one of the best young basketball minds on Staten Island, man. Does a great job, too.
Yeah, I think Greg did a great job last game, and we've replaced Greg with Farrell, legend, coming back home to his stomping grounds and current coach of Poly. So great to see you here, Coach Elwell, and look forward to it. And thanks for the sponsors. I see Inspire Hoops.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was looking for my Inspire Hoops pants this morning because they're my favorite
Inspire
pair.
Hoops. I'm terrible at doing drops, right? I haven't done any drops for Inspire Hoops. So while you're here, why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, so I do basketball training for children, obviously, adults, NBA level, college level, all different types of level. But shout out to all the trainers on Staten Island, because without them, a lot of these kids are not here today producing what they're doing. Shout out to Shooting School, Blueprint, Next Level, all those guys that spend time, Jerry Mosley, spend time in the gym with kids, and help them get to where they want to be. So shout out to all those guys, not just myself, but we have a lot of talent on Staten Island. Shows last night. Coach Dunn and Coach Burns walk away with 2 city championships last night.
Staten versus the city.
So, we were doing something right here. So shout out to everyone that's doing, putting their hand in all this. It's not just parents, it's not just coaches, the trainers. It's, definitely a big shout out to those guys as well.
And you see the answer that Doug just gave, and you said Staten Island versus everybody. How many other people, because Doug's running a business here, and he's out there promoting his competition, and that's what some people would look at it as.
I was telling this to Danny the other day, right? In the scheme of things, even in coaching, high school or whatnot, if everyone works together and gets kids better, then we all get better, and then all of a sudden Staten Island is not a forgotten place anymore, and we're using all of our skills to help everyone out there. So I enjoy when kids are telling me they're working with somebody, because at least I know they're doing something and helping themselves to make sure that they're taking us and helping us get to what we need to be in Staten Island. So,
well, Doug, man, I just want to say we appreciate you from Inspire Hoops, as do we appreciate all of our sponsors today. It is our first girls championship game on the schedule today, and I'm as hyped as I'm possibly ever going to be. I told CYO I will do the boys championships only if I could do the girls, and they mixed them up.
Dan, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do the best I can with not being biased today, because I bleed blue and gold up until high school.
So then, you're all for St. Clair's is what you're saying.
I won 2 championships in St. Clair's. My sister won a couple as well. My sister's actually here today. Shout her out. School teacher at PS8. A couple of her students are playing in this game, so texted me and said she was on her way to come watch her students play. So, shout out St. Clair's. But, we just hope for a great game today. That's what we hope for.
And I pride myself on being prepared, but I wasn't initially scheduled to be on this game, and I am ecstatic to be sitting here having an opportunity. Dougie, am I bugging out, or is Tony Petosa one of the coaches?
His daughter's on the team.
So you got
this is not fair.
You got a college coach on the sidelines over here.
Incredible.
I just looked over there. I said, "Is that Tony?" My goodness.
And also John Vero. John Vero, his kids have played college basketball and played for Zavarian Olivia. So this is quite the. Quite the staffs here.
Well, we've got the teams out to half court. Let's meet them. It's St. Clair's, the Crusaders, who are wearing yellow tops with blue shorts, gold trim, and blue numbers. Our Lady Star of the Sea making an appearance for 3 straight championship games, wearing blue jerseys with blue bottoms, red trim, and red numbers. St. Clair's controls the tip to start, and they fire one from the right side, comes up just short. Star of the Sea now with the board. Under a trap, they struggle to bring it across the timeline, and now finally do. This is number 7, Elena Hidrick with it. Almost losing her dribble, throws a pass baseline. It's intercepted by the Crusaders. St. Clair's brings it across the timeline. It's Annalise Goldberg with it. She's stripped by a Dolphin, and out the other way. Back and forth we go to start.
Quick action earlier, you pointed out, Doug, great drive and a left-handed pass along that baseline.
Well, another turnover in the far corner. Crusaders come up with it. Here's number 41, Annalise Goldberg. She's the floor general. Woo. Little crossover here. Flashing the handle. Kicks it right side. A long two won't go. And a second chance opportunity not there either from Vero.
You see a little penetration of the zone there, Doug. A little penetration creates shots for others.
I thoroughly enjoy girls basketball because it's so simple for them. Like, they make the game so simple. There's not a lot of crazy moves or anything like that. Very, very, very under control basketball for most part. So it's going to be a great game. Looks like both teams came to play today.
Well, they're smarter than us, Doug.
100%.
So it just makes
there's no doubt.
Transitions to the basketball just like in life.
My daughter's 2 years old. She's smarter than me already.
All right, now back to the action on the court. Good pass into the paint is intercepted by the big lady. And count it, and the foul! Can you believe it?
That's Hidrick going strong to the basket. She's been aggressive so far early on. Gets the scoring going here for this championship level game.
And I know she's lefty, but great take with the left hand. Got hit on the right side of her body, was able to still finish strong to the basket.
Just throwing it up there, too. I want to give a shout-out to Marianne Dilmer, number 14 on Star of the Sea. She's like the hype man. As soon as the N1 went through it, she started celebrating all about her team. I love it.
And make no mistake, that's an important role on the team. The person that gets their teammates hyped up is just important as a person who scores. And Danny's gone to his computer again here, so we're going to drive baseline. It looks like it's Hidrick again into the paint. Short rebound. I don't have a number here.
Charlotte Vero with that rebound.
On the push. Good kick ahead. A little trap here from Star of the Sea. They've been aggressive on all three levels so far tonight. I should say today. Pass into the paint. Goes up with it.
Shot. Now, she's going to be fouled, so going to the line here to shoot two. A little bit tough to see as she has her entire jersey tucked into her shorts.
That would be Alexa Pretoza. That's Tony's
That's
daughter.
Tony's daughter.
All
okay,
right.
so she's grown up in a basketball
Number
household,
40.
that's for sure.
And while we have a chance here with two shots at the line, we want to give a big shout out to our friends at Fidelis Investors who've come on as a full sponsor today. You know, they know this team here at OLSS and St. Clair's. We're going to get into a bit more of the information from them today.
Well, one example, girls smarter than boys. Those free throws were shot from the line.
Love to see it. It's a 2-1 game, and it looks like we have a turnover here at half court. Going to be going back the other way. As I was saying, Michael Tessitore from Fidelis Investors says many of the girls playing on St. Clair's and Our Lady Star of the Sea played travel together last year, and they become great friends. And, you know, several played soccer together as well. So on both sides of the court, these two teams know each other.
This is a little bit more intense then. A little bragging rights maybe for this AAU season coming up.
Absolutely. They're two teams very familiar with one another on and off the basketball court, and I'd love to see how this game evolves. So big shout out to Michael Tessitore from Fidelis Investors coming on as a full-day sponsor and providing that insight that we love to hear.
Right, I love the way Annalise Goldberg is bringing the ball up the court. Very poised, very under control, looking for her teammates. Looks like she's the girl that kind of let everything go for them.
Here's a shot from the right side, won't go. Chase down, rebound is unsuccessful this time from Marianne Dilmer. It'll stay Crusader basketball.
It's a great point, Doug, too. And what she's doing is she's penetrating the zone a bit, and then she's moving it. You know, she's not getting herself buried too deep in the paint with nowhere to go. She's very unselfish early on.
Now a good shot look opportunity from the Crusaders, just won't go. Star of the Sea with a 1-point lead here about halfway through the first quarter of this championship game. Stutter step baseline won't go. Go to the line and shoot two.
So that's Star of the Sea. I'm looking. For some reason, this one's not in numerical order. Elena Hidrick here. Boy, I wonder if it's Mickey Hidrick's kid. Anyway, if it is Mickey, hey, how you doing, Mick? Mick's a good guy. Curtis' kid. Elena Gonzalez, she's going to the foul line, and she's one of those not quite at the line. Okay, now she's stepping into it. All right, close enough. Then the southpaw, a little wide left on that one.
Off left rim on that one.
We're going to have a lane violation, it looks like, on St. Clair's here, so we're going to shoot two more.
Okay.
Just for those folks at home that are watching, once the teams are set on the foul line, no one is allowed to leave or come into the lane as the shot is going up or as the person's dribbling. So that time, one of the St. Clair girls ran off to the side, so we're going to shoot two more. You get a redo on that one.
Excellent insight, because you know here at Nobody Cares Sports, we don't know what's happening. But I will say this, there's several instances that we'll see of great sportsmanship between these two teams, cheering for each other throughout the year and going to each other's games for the year, the playoffs and all that. So let's watch this as it unfolds. We anticipate it'll be a close game. If you're tuned in out there, like it, share it to everybody you know. Local basketball is finest. Are you kidding me? What a move in the paint.
There's Goldberg.
These girls are cooking with gasoline out here early on.
And Petosa's got the CSI press going on now, too.
Oh, the turnover. The Crusaders can't convert. Coming down the other way is Star of the Sea now with it.
Just keeps going. Hedrick to the basket for 2.
Oh, and this crowd is loving it.
St. Clair's never got in front, never stopped the ball. Hedrick all the way to the rack.
Oh, look at that. Good move.
Oh. That's number 41 from the Crusaders, Goldberg.
I'm glad to have Doug here, so someone else to talk about refs with me, because I don't want to be I'm sick of being the only one. But I don't know. Didn't quite see the double dribble there.
After last game, I want to talk more about the legal numbers, right? I think that's where we got to go.
Yeah, it's too good of a game right now to get right fired up. Calm down. 5 threes our score. Star of the Sea loses it, but it was a pass. Now the extra pass in the paint. Right side won't go. Second chance opportunity. No, they'll have another opportunity. Bringing it all the way up top. They'll reset.
What ball movement again?
Now. And it doesn't go off the right side. Crusaders come up with it. They're looking to push. Star of the Sea gets back and comes up with the turnover. Hedrick with it now. Across the timeline. She's got a trailer. Now she decides to pull back, sending a pass baseline. Tessitore with it. Back up to Hedrick. Into a double team, and we've got a walk. And I'm beside myself with that call.
I don't know. That's not a walk at all in any aspect of basketball. Sometimes I think referees anticipate calls, and that probably happened there. Hopefully we can get a little less whistles and a little more basketball as this thing goes forward. That was not a walk.
What I do love, I don't know if you guys can hear on the other side of the court, anytime there's a kind of a turnover or any play that the coaches are not in favor of, instead of yelling at the kids, they're telling them don't worry about it, get back into it, and give them a nice clap to get them back into it. So I love that as the young coaches are out there.
Great sportsmanship, absolutely, from the top to the bottom. Hedrick lays it in.
Well,
7-3 is our score. Our Lady Star of the Sea has a 4-point lead. That's their largest of the game, boys.
Well, Hedrick has come ready to play, Doug. She's showing the ability to pass, ability to score, ability to drive it. Doing a little bit of everything out here to help her team get out to an early lead.
If I'm Coach Vera over there for St. Clair's, I'm telling him, listen, Hedrick's doing a great job going left. Let's get her to go right once in a while and see what happens on that side of the floor. So, as you can see, I know they're young, 4th grade girls, so they favor their strength. So right now, Hedrick is very dominant to the left side. And shout out to Greg Civiletti in the building.
Did a great job with us.
I'm not surprised. You got to listen to his podcast. He's phenomenal. Live from the potty.
I like
Potty.
I like. Listen, I don't like anybody, Doug, and I like the kid.
So, but getting back to the game, Hedrick's going left a lot, and also on the other side, Coach Tessitore with Mike there, he might be telling them, hey, listen, Goldberg's going right a lot. So there's going to be a lot of heavy, dominant sides of the court right now. So we're going to see after the timeout what kind of adjustments people are making here.
I'm getting text messages from Rob Bates, in charge of officials here on Staten Island, and agree with me on the previous call. I thought I was going to get yelled at by Rob, but turns out he agreed with me. Shout out to Rob Bates.
I want to give a shout out to Jordan Zotz, who gave me a heart attack for no reason and texted me at 11:30 and said, hey, there's no sound. And then he texted me 20 minutes later, my bad, that was just me. Like, what is going on here?
He already predetermined you should be on mute, Dan. That's basically what he was saying.
That's why he's a VIP, number one fan of what we do. 57.4 to go. Star of the Sea with a 4-point lead. And it's going to be St. Charles. I'm sorry. Yeah, St. Clair's.
How dare you, Dan? How dare you? Better get it right, man.
We're going to get a box set.
I will leave right now.
Take over, Doug. Take this play. I'm taking a break. It's on you. You run it. Up top, it won't go. Crusaders with a chance, and it's going to go the other way.
It's so loud. I can't even hear the whistles. This is like watching Doug play, against St. Peter's or against or against my Nudov guys in 2000, whatever it was. One?
Just looked over my shoulders, and it's a capacity
people
crowd
everywhere.
behind us.
Yeah, it's crazy in here.
Well, it's going to be Star of the Sea that's going to have to get across the timeline, and they do successfully. Oh, but a pass to nobody on the left side.
Hendrick back on defense. Great job
Turnover from
defensively.
Giordano.
Great hustle. Great step through also.
Giordano with good defense coming back the other way after the turnover, so credit to her on both ends, making up for it. But now we have a foul, too overzealous, as Clyde Frazier would say, going against number 21, Emma Demiri.
So far early on, Olss, I think the tempo of the game has been more Star of the Seas. Yeah. But St. Clair's has been pressing, so perhaps they want to run a little bit too. They got an interesting base stack set here, 29.2.
Doug said, I will walk out of this gym.
Well, Doug keeps saying what I'm thinking faster than I can get it out, so.
Possibly a turnover. Got to be careful here. A mad scramble for the ball. Star of the Sea comes up with it. 12 seconds on the game clock. Baseline, throws it up, and in!
Can't see 22. And I can't. This is not numerical order, Danny. That's Maggie Tessitore.
Maggie Tessitore.
That's a beautiful end to this first quarter. If you're Star of the Sea, if you're St. Clair, you got to gather yourself. 9-3 is our score at the end of one. Gentlemen, I love girls basketball. This game is lit.
I think we all do, as testament to how strong CYO is on both levels. Quick start here. Quick start for our Star of the Sea, and this third consecutive championship game we want to point out quickly. But if you're the Crusaders, you played well. You missed a few shots, Dougie, but I think if you just find a way to break down things, maybe get some points off your defense, they have been pressing, but so far impressive from both teams.
Yeah, also, shout out to St. Clair's and Star of the Sea because, one of the things that is different about those two programs than many other on Staten Island, this court is not a difference for them. The size of this court is not going to affect either one of these teams today because they practice on these type of size courts every single day and have all their home games on these type of courts size-wise. So this is not going to be a bother to them at all. Most teams that will play on this game today may be a little, over the top with the court size. But these guys, St. Clair's and Star of the Sea, a whole day today, tomorrow, they're used to this size of court. So interested to see what the rest of the game goes with. But, off the top, we now see after the first quarter, we see who St. Clair's is going to go to. We see who Star of the Sea is going to go to. So let's just see what kind of adjustments can be made throughout the game.
So, and also, I want to point out to the people at Monsignor Farrell, gave up gym time. So these kids, Elliot Wilson walks by, these kids had practice this week on the court here at Farrell. So for those that don't usually practice, they had an opportunity to at least work it out. So shout out to Mike Dunn, Garoff, and all the guys at Farrell for making that happen for these kids.
Juggling all that while playing in city finals last night.
Not just playing, Doug, winning.
Yeah, we got a turnover to start here in the second quarter. Crusaders come up with it. Working left side into a double team. The kick out, the long shot won't go. Second chance opportunity, no. And a big shout out to our color commentator, Doug Elwell, who had the referee stop what he was doing to give him a handshake in the broadcast booth.
I've never gotten a technical foul, Dan. That's why he shook my hand. That's why I didn't shake Ray's hand.
Reputation precedes yourself.
Fair enough.
Left side won't go. Crusaders come up with the board. Great defense from the blue and gold here in the second.
To the rim.
Going all the way, coast to coast. Too strong, won't go. And this could be a foul. In fact, it is, and it's going against number 41, Annalise Goldberg.
She's all over the place, right? I love her effort right now.
I love all the players, but Vero has been so aggressive and active down low.
Over here.
Dan's, he wants a selfie. Apparently we got to do these. Why is my hair so white?
I don't know.
Matches my beard. It's okay.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, Crusaders up in their press. A little trap on the sideline here.
Nice job. Good defense. She had the lane to the left.
She elects to slow it down.
Oh, a beautiful block at the top of the key. And now another turnover. St. Clair's has it, going right side, and she is fouled.
No, she wasn't. I agree. Number one there is upset with the call. That's Charlotte Egbert. I'm sorry. Number one for the other team. That would be Allie Giordano. I agree with her. Not much happening there. Nonetheless, inbound the baseline. Shot goes up a little long. So the Crusaders have done a good job creating shots. They've given birth to shots. but they're not connecting, unfortunately.
But they're getting good looks.
Yeah.
For sure.
Coming down the other way, Star of the Sea with a 6-point lead. Great defense, as you mentioned, Doug, forcing a turnover.
Shout out to Isabella Ambrosio on that one. Great defense. Cut off the sideline, Coach. I know you're big on that. Cut off the sideline. Girl man had to go out of bounds to be able to get around her. That's a great job.
You got to use that sideline as another defender, that's for sure.
Excellent tip to deflect it and then, in fact, steal it. Yes, number 1, Ale Giordano.
That must be the defense they must harp upon and install this. I know the kid last game, the player of the game, his favorite thing was defense.
I lobballed him 3 offensive things, and he picked defense. He didn't give any of my answers. Just goes to show the program that Star of the Sea has become, as we have someone standing in Doug's way when there's 5,000 seats available.
That's all right.
The guy just moved. He looks like the Fonz. He's ready to go back to his seat.
That's incredible. That's actually Mike from Gotham Trinity Productions, so I love that he got ripped on camera.
Well, now I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, couldn't pay me enough to say something to him either. I wasn't saying that.
No. You don't get paid anyway. What are you talking about, Doug?
Well, that's my point.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a 9-3 game. St. Clair's trying to get Mr. Momentum to change his address as they bring it across the timeline, trailing by 6. Here's a shot from the charity stripe. The bank is officially open, 9-5.
That's Emma Demiri needed a bucket there for St. Clair's. A huge bucket. Cuts the deficit down to 4 now.
Tell you what, Ray, that they've been getting that shot all day, so if they can start knocking some of those down, here comes Goldberg again.
Here's a turnover, a shot left side, doesn't go. Great defense here, though, by the Crusaders to keep them in this ball game. OLSS has had fantastic looks all game, but stymied at the last possible second just by tenacity, hustle.
Look how aggressive the press is. They have 4 girls over half court.
Works them right into a turnover. The blue and gold celebrate.
Sometimes the thought of a press or just approaching a kid is just as good as the actual trap itself, and that's what you saw there.
Good pass.
Excellent shot attempt. Opportunity won't go. Second chance opportunity is missed. And we're going to have a traveling violation called here against Elena Hidrick, and I didn't see it. She got possession, took one step, and got called for a travel. Good entry pass.
Nice.
And a shot.
Petosa.
From the free throw line is buried. It's down to a 2-point game, boys. Closest it's been since the opening possession.
They've had a hard time scoring St. Clair's. This aggressive zone press has certainly changed the tempo of the game. And that's going to be another one.
End, we could have a turnover here, but the refs are going to say it stays Star of the Sea basketball.
In what universe? The girl dribbled the ball for a foot out of bounds. Anyway, if these referees are watching this game later on, this is the coach of St. Peter's on the broadcast, not the coach of Noodle.
Yeah, you're never, ever getting a call again in your life, bro.
We don't get them anyway. No point.
That's right.
Nice job.
I haven't got a Doug said he never got. I haven't gotten one post-pandemic, so I'm on a nice stretch right now.
Don't say that, you moron. Back to the action on the court.
Can't live in fear, Dan. He's got to go for it.
Great
Charlotte
shot.
Vera. Beautiful. We're not up at 9, baby. Listen to this crowd on its feet.
That's Emma Demiri again with another jump shot, top of the key, and here's Goldberg.
Works it right into a turnover.
The top of the press with Petosa, Goldberg, and Demiria really caused Install the Sea to have some problems bringing the ball up the floor, and they're turning it into the offense on their side of the court.
Danny,
so,
look how
job.
Doug has his roster propped up. Like, look how smarter he is.
No, I know.
Like, I want to figure this out.
That's why I took the selfie before.
I need a Dasani bottle, apparently.
Beautiful entry pass. A shot attempt falls short. Star of the Sea tries to get a board. Can't.
Great hustle.
Great hustle from both squads and a jump ball call.
Love it.
Just love the aggression overall from both teams.
Girls are always 10 times more aggressive than guys are. 100%.
I'm looking at
they're scrappy out there right now, Coach.
And shout out to Marianne Dilmers, whose jersey numbers are written in white, and I can see it
long
clearly.
Shot is buried from the right baseline. Charlotte B-roll puts her name in the stat column.
Yeah, so a little confusion on the inbound there. I'm not sure she's talking to the ref. But nonetheless, this is a big run for St. Clair's.
They got back-to-back turnovers here. St. Clair's with their first lead of the game. The entry pass again to B-roll won't go. Star of the Sea fights for the board and another jump ball.
One ref had the foul, so they're not going to talk about it. They're going to stare at each other. Now he's going to debate it. Now, we don't know what's happening. All right, it's going to be Star of the Sea ball in the baseline as Doug is having a choking attack. We just hope Doug lives through this. This Crusader press has been mighty impressive. Good job
pass.
getting the ball in the middle.
Star of the Sea has it across the timeline successfully. Now they stop their dribble just outside the paint, and a foul's going to be called on a shot attempt. 2 coming up from the free throw line.
I guess the referee had a foul on that one along the baseline here. 2 free throws can tie it. 1 free throw will cut it to 1. It's been a game of runs so far here, Coach Elwell.
Yeah, St. Clair's is doing a great job before the half, getting back into this game, and now actually taking the lead. But let's see what Star of the Sea can come up with here with, this is number 1, Ali Giordano at the line, shooting 2.
We're going back to training. Doug, if you could go back to training RJ Barrett, because he's broken again and needs a fixing. So if you could go after, you could be modest if you want. After his session with you, he scored about 29 a game for the next 5 games, shooting the ball from 3. But clearly he forgot what you taught him, so please get him back in the gym. I can get you nude up if you need it. Let's make this happen.
I got
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Ray.
Well, you guys are doing a great job.
Which, listen, Dougie and I are 2 guys that love this game, you know, and Doug makes me feel, I coached against Doug in this gym.
Oh, yeah.
The most heartbreaking loss of my career, as a matter of fact.
Wow, what a pass. There's an excellent pass down right side, throwing it up off the back rim. It won't go from Vero. Out the other way is Star of the Sea with numbers. A foul from behind, and I mean, it's a hard one. The shot doesn't go. 2 shots should be coming up from the free throw line. If not, I'm unplugging the system.
That was great. That was great hustle by Leah Miro. Just got there a little late, and as she got there, she did a little tripped on her foot and kind of fell and was able to foul Tessitore before she got to the layup.
So second time in the last 2 possessions where they get a chance to tie it at the line here. Free throws, and she's shooting from the big line. Doug, do you know anything about this? What line they're supposed to shoot from?
So they're in 5th. They're in 4th. So it kills me as a trainer as well, because the rules are never the same. So in sense of AAU, they have to shoot from the big line as soon as they start playing basketball. CYO, from what I understand, is 6th grade. They have to shoot from the big line. 5th grade, they're allowed to shoot from the big line, but allowed to jump over it.
Ah, interesting.
So they're in 4th grade. So they're technically allowed to shoot from what I used to call it the midget foul line, because that's what it was. But now it's like, I call it the baby foul line, because I think you're not allowed to say that anymore.
Yep, got to be careful what you say out here, Coach.
Well, they've missed 2 free throws back-to-back from whatever free throw line you want to call it. The Crusaders have it. They have a 2-point lead and looking to build. Good shot won't go. Number 22 from Star of the Sea, Tessitore, loses it.
Great foul.
And it's going to be a foul called against the Crusaders with 23.4 to go. So, gentlemen, we talked about this game being close and to keep our eyes glued to the screen if you're at home. This is exactly where we are. We're a 1-possession game, 23 seconds away from halftime. This has been by far our best game of the day.
These young ladies are out here competing on both ends of the floor. I mean, knock them down.
A deep shot from way downtown is buried. Emma Demiri.
She's on fire right now. Absolutely on fire.
13-9 is our score. Star of the Sea turns it over yet again, and then a turnover.
Great job.
As we had the center seemingly not knowing what to do, not much handle and just kind of walks.
See, and Dan, this is what I was saying before. Number 13, Scarlett, just checked into the game. Got a steal, a big portion of the quarter.
2 seconds.
Traveled with it.
1 second, and they don't get up a shot. Coach.
And Coach Vero, as soon as she got the ball and she traveled, yelled at her, "It's okay, great job." Yes, that's what this whole weekend should be about. Is about these kids and understanding that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be, not doing a great job at a certain time, but to be encouraged all the time to keep doing better.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't want to cut you off, but I absolutely do. Halftime here, 13-9. Shout out to St. Clair's. They have their first lead. They capture it late in the second quarter. They take it into halftime. Coach Doug Elwell, Coach Ray Palma. I'm not a coach. I'm Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports. We're powered
You're
in
our
this.
head coach, buddy. You're the head coach of this booth.
El Capitan. We're powered in this broadcast booth by our friends at Main Street Coffee. A massive shout out to them for everything that they do for us, and a big, big shout out to all of our supporters that had us be out here today. We're on a 2-minute break. I actually have to go to the bathroom because I'm not wearing a bag. So we'll be back with second half action. I know you guys are having fun.
We've got about 2 minutes here till the second half starts. It's my favorite part of CYO. is the action just keeps running and rolling all
Just
day.
keeps rocking and rolling, baby. We'll be back.
Oh, we're stopping. Okay, we'll be back.
We got to stop. We'll be back in 2 minutes with second half action.
I want to know how Danny's going to find a way to piss in a minute and 48 seconds. We'll see. Stay tuned, folks.
Call Guinness. I'm going to try. Sad news for everybody at home. Danny Chanod will not be using the bathroom. It turns out you can't go to the bathroom with 1:30 on the clock in a packed gym.
It's rolling down his leg now, folks. I can kind of feel it. That's all right. Do we have a turnover here? I'm not sure what's happening. With the Mike from Gotham Trinity is going to come over here and do some surgical, technical stuff. And because Gotham Trinity, the best production company on the face of the earth. Dougie, if you're a star of the sea, I think the one thing you got to focus on your press break, when they've gotten the ball into the middle, great things have happened, and when they've gone to the sidelines, it's been somewhat of a disaster. So I think that might be the biggest adjustment they got to make is handling their press. As my guy Devin Dunn comes over here. Devin Dunn, freshman coach Monsignor Farrell, one of my favorite people in the universe.
I think, Ray, one of the biggest things that St. Clair's press did was get the ball out of Hendrick's hands.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
She didn't do a lot of stuff towards the end of that second quarter. So I think that press allowed them to kind of focus a little bit on her and take her out of the game a little bit. So I'm interested to see if Coach Mike and Tracy over there can make an adjustment here to get the ball back into her hands, because I feel like that's when their offense was flowing. That's when they were getting wide open shots, because even her penetration, she was able to kick to open teammates and get them involved. So, we'll see if in the second half they make adjustments and and go with that.
I agree. The zone, the press has junked it up, and you can't take a player away from the game. So, and quick shout to Coach Mike Dunn. About 12 hours ago, he was winning a city championship. He was just sweeping the floor with the broom. So it just goes to show, guys like Coach Dunn and people here by Senior Farrell, you got the head coach of the varsity sweeping the floor for games. We got a message from Martha Cristoforo. Shout out to Coach D, the athletic director, and football coach St. Peter's, enjoying the broadcast here.
And Ray, I know him as another secret here. One of the best math teachers I ever had at Farrell.
Mark's one of my very good friends, and he can do three things in this world: teach math, make babies, and coach football. Other than that, he's kind of useless. But 100%. Those three things, he's phenomenal at.
Well, he's helped me with one of those things, so I'm okay with the other two.
Well, we got to get you on the football field soon enough, Coach.
No. I'm all set. As long as my son doesn't want to play anything like that, I'm going to be okay. Keep him away from the football field.
Just want to point out verbally here for everyone to hear, Jamison Elwell did verbally commit to Newdorp years ago before he could really speak, but it did happen. So
he nodded his head. Yeah.
Just wanted to document it. That's all. All right.
He's a tank now too, by the way.
We like tanks over at Newdorp. We like any Elwells over at Newdorp for that matter. And it's a full scholarship, by the way, Coach. We'll drop that. Back to the action. You're back in the page. Shots up. And good. Or it is good. Okay, good. Doug is way better with the names than I am. Bassey goes, and then we've broken the press here. Good block there. Doug Vero's been getting shots off all day. Don't think she's made one, so.
I think she hit one in that second quarter.
Did she make one in the second?
Where she hit that jumper in the middle of the lane.
I know our camera operator's locked in and listening to the broadcast, so if you can hear us up there, Mike, we're missing the left side of the scoreboard for OLSS. So if you could fix that for us, that would be perfect before we get hate mail. I appreciate you, buddy. Back to you guys.
Fatheads in the crowd over there. I see.
It's a John Boyle sighting.
John Boyle has fatheads of, I believe, the coach and one of the players there. That is just absolutely fabulous. Oh, my goodness. Boyle is a sponsor of one of our games later on. Great guy, a principal, West Brighton guy, one of my favorites. There's Coach Dunn walking by, the guy that sweeps the floors, literally. Absolute legend.
And the funniest thing about those signs is one is his daughter's head, and the other one is Gerard Novello, who has nothing to do with anything today, which is fantastic.
But Gerard Novello is a big Staten Island guy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Gerard. He's on the staff at Moore. So congratulations to Gerard over there at Moore. And shout out to his son, Gerard Jr., who just finished his freshman year at Mount St. Vincent's playing for their team over there at the Division III level.
I know my guy Khalil Shorter is an assistant coach
sir.
out there,
Yes,
so
sir.
they got some great coaching over there at Mount St. Vincent's.
We got a
I
lot
saw
of
my guy Joe Cocozello from St. Joseph's walking by earlier, so Joe's starting to recruit early. Don't blame him.
And shout out to 2 of my girls right now playing in the NCAA March Madness Division III tournament right now. Brianna Sinkway at Cortland and Callie O'Brien from
beautiful
Tufts.
entry pass
Great shot by
goes
Petosa.
in. It's a 15-11 lead, Doug. That's their largest matches, their largest lead.
Great job defensively again.
Now the
On
right
the
side
sideline again.
right in front of us. It's a turnover.
I can't. Who scored, Doug? Do we see what the number
That was
that
Petosa.
Goldberg?
That was Petosa.
So that's Petosa. Petosa scores. If I made that basket, I'd be celebrating like I won Game 7 of the
Just
World
right in-
Series.
right into the press.
She turned right around to the press with a mean look on her face, ready to get that ball back. What intensity from these young ladies.
Look at that is.
Yeah, well, that certainly helps.
Inbounding right in front of the broadcast booth here. The ref is going to call a foul on the inbound. It'll be Star of the Sea basketball.
On the pass in, she handed it off to her.
Ah, that would happen.
So it
Okay.
was connection on both ends, so she was technically out of bounds because she's held onto the ball.
Thank you.
Handoffs are only good in football.
Exactly.
And I guess some dribble drive stuff, but nonetheless.
Shout out Tommy Burns, dribble drive.
Thanks for knowing what's going on, Doug.
Tommy Burns, you want to talk about people that know more, they forgot more basketball than I will ever know. That guy doing a great job over at Moore Catholic. And his son as well, the JV. They run a family program. My guy Sly, the freshman level, championships all over the place. I think this year, unfortunately for the public schools and the Catholic schools are across the board did so well. They're a little ahead of us right now anyway, but certainly this year, and it shows on all 3 levels. Maybe down the lane
Here's
here.
Hendrick.
Hendrick's been aggressive all game long. Great pass.
Oh, a beautiful pass and the finish from number 2 of the Dolphins. Amelia Bryant with the bucket.
And that's what I was saying, Ray, at half. If she can get going again, Hedrick, and gets her teammates involved, it's going to be a great game at the end of the half.
Beautiful extra pass. A shot up top won't go. Fighting for the loose board. Crusaders come up with it.
good pass.
A long, great pass underneath.
Hey.
Into the paint. Counted it goes. Alexa Petosa with the bucket.
That was number 9. Number 9, Bianca.
Yeah,
No,
all right.
I'm sorry. Oh, nope, number 9, Ella Longobardi. Ella Longobardi.
Ella Longobardi, her old man Pat Longobardi in the crowd, good buddy of mine. Danny's giving us the hand signals again. I don't know what they're for.
No hand
I
signals.
thought he wanted a Bud Light. I don't know what he's asked me for. Just want to remind Danny, I have no idea what he's doing with his hands ever.
First of all, you never need a hand signal. Just get the beer. Back to the action. On the
Great
court,
hustle.
we would prefer flagship, if anything, but on the court here, we have a jump ball. 17-13 is our score. St. Clair's with a 4-point lead about halfway through the third quarter in what is 4th grade girls action championship game.
If you told me it was high school, I wouldn't blink an eye. What high level energy in action so far.
Shot left side doesn't go. Star of the Sea comes up with it.
Hendrick.
Good poke away attempt there on defense. Dolphins still have it. Ooh. Little do-si-do action got wrapped around there. Had to stop her dribble as Hedrick.
Is that a thing, Doug, with the delay? Like the ref blew the whistle and there was a 3-second delay and then the call. This is like the Smelters shoot 2 in the movie Rebound with Martin.
I'd be letting these girls play it out. There's a lot of whistles going on right now. I know, obviously travels, double dribbles, things like that you want to call, but they're playing so hard, these girls. You want to make sure that we don't have them be any kind of distraction to that.
Early on, Hedrick's penetration.
There's a turnover now. Coming across the timeline is Star of the Sea. Finding the open Dolphin on the left side, and now they will reset down by 4. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hedrick, left side, stop, pop, won't go. Second chance opportunity for the Dolphins. A good shot attempt, won't drop. Great rebound. Elbows being thrown like Luda. I don't know if that's an offensive or defensive foul.
Did he just say elbows being thrown like Luda? Oh my God, Danny, you're nonstop.
I'm sorry, is this not a good reference?
That's a fantastic reference. Number 4 there took a shot to the chest. I hope she's all right. Looks like she's fine, walking it off like a tough girl she is. Number 4 would be Natalie Miniaki? Miniaki. Don't know. Either way, great job of toughness.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and a big shout out to everybody out there tuned in and watching. We make a 4th grade girls game look like it's Nixon, Utah on a Friday. It is lit in this gym. The environment is absolutely tremendous. Tension's palpable. It's electric. Crusaders come up with the board. 4-point lead and looking to build.
Comes Demiri. She's been hot lately.
Demiri finds the open
Good drive.
Crusader
Good drive.
on the left side. Ref's going to say the foul was committed on the floor.
Great job by Zalora Jayasuriya.
I like it.
Zalora Jayasuriya with a great drive here along the baseline, just subbed in the game, looking to give a team an offensive spark.
Ray, great job.
Great
Great
job,
for you,
Ray. Good for you.
I can read, guys.
Good for you.
That
Can't
was
do
unreal.
math.
No, that was different than reading. That was culturally unbelievable. Inbounding underneath their own basket, St. Clair's. They get it in cleanly. The shot left side won't go. It comes off the backboard.
Off the races.
Wide open in the open court. Down the lane, off the glass, no. Second chance opportunity.
Hedrick cleaned it up.
Hedrick is an absolute player.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute player.
We're going to be seeing her in a few years, I'm sure, at St. Joseph by the Sea or one of those Catholic schools, playing ball, doing the same thing she's doing right now.
Cross-court passes, no good. Star of the Sea comes up with it. Excellent job cutting off the angle. The defense here on both sides. Now you're wondering, hey, this is a great game. Guess what? This is a rematch of the third grade A championship last year.
We have the result of that, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get it for you right now. Our Lady Star of the Sea won the championship last year in come-from-behind fashion.
Oh, looks similar tonight. Today, whatever time it is.
Hey, shut up. The time is not a factor.
Hedrick off the glass and in. Tie game, baby. Let's go.
This is what we signed up for, Danny.
Loving every second of it. You're wondering where these stats are coming from? Well, we want to give a big shout-out to Fidelis Investors. Mike Tessitore providing us with the insight. He did a great job of it in this game number 3.
No call by the ref there.
No call there, a lot of contact, and now he does the call after the fact with minimal contact over the top.
There was no contact at all, Danny. That's what's called a makeup call in the world of refereeing. Don't agree with them, but they happen sometimes.
Here at Nobody Cares Sports, we are the first to address makeup calls. Other networks don't do that.
It's either a makeup call or the worst call in the history of basketball. I don't know, Danny, but either way, Dougie, we're tied at 17. These girls have been competing on both ends.
This is phenomenal. And I wanted to say this before, but it was too much action at the same time. But when number 9...
So much happening.
When number 9, Ella Longobardi, scored before, again, this weekend is about, making these kids feel special, making them feel like, this is something that's really important in their lives. She gave a two-fist, excitement, I don't even know what to call it, where after she made the shot, she was so excited she made the shot, and the emotions are high during these games, and these kids are only in 4th grade, right? So this is no matter who wins or loses this game, this is a tough pill to swallow after this game is over, because these kids are putting everything into it, and someone has to lose these games. It sucks that this has to happen.
Well, someone's gonna get outpointed in this game, Doug. Right?
Exactly.
Someone will not win, but there'll be no loser. In my
100%.
In my humble opinion, anyway.
100%.
Both coaching staffs had their teams ready to play. Both teams have changed defenses, moved back and forth from pressing and things like that. It's just been a really hard-fought game. And like you said, the raw emotion.
The girls from St. Clair's are cutting off the sideline on a press.
Yeah.
They're cutting off the sideline.
You guys, all right, here's how we're going to do it. Ray, you're going to do play-by-play for the end of the third quarter. Doug, you're going to do color. Guess where I'm going?
He's going to go potty.
You said it, mister.
Do it, brother.
All right, so he left the microphones on. He turned his off. They're leaving the inmates to run the asylum. It's going to be an inbound along the baseline here for the...
It's probably safe.
I couldn't think of the name. Dolphins.
Yep.
Yeah, I blanked down the start to see name. Little 3 on one side. One, they got, what's they on the week coming across to the ball. Inbound goes right. Oh, right directly
Good
in.
block by Vero.
Vero's been involved all day. That's going to be another jump ball here, Doug.
Yeah,
Doug, Vero's been active all game long. Lots of rebounds.
Very active on the boards. Very active defensively, and also offensively. She's getting a lot of good looks. I think that she's going to hit a big shot in the 4th quarter at some point because she's getting some good looks.
Agreed. Sarsi inbounds again. Same play. Steal here as St. Clair's is on the push. This is Goldberg looking up. Oh, get a little bump from behind, no call. Good entry pass in.
Nice.
And we have a foul here. So that's going to put Abrazito at the foul line with a chance to give her team the lead here. 34.5 left in the 3rd quarter. And you see just the kind of game that the Crusaders have had all games. A little choppy. They've been kind of scoring in runs. this will give them the chance to gain the lead back and positive energy going into the fourth, Doug.
Yeah, they're doing a great job with not worrying about the runs like we talked about before, right? Like the runs are happening, they're gonna happen. Just stay in the course of the game. They're doing a great job.
Isabella here is starting a little further back, but stepping into her shot, so that makes a little more sense to me now. She steps in. Oh, what a beautiful, nice, get in there.
It's a great shot.
Get in there, and a 1-point lead for the Crusaders.
I hate the 1-point leads in this level, right? Because there's no threes, so
yeah,
I hate the 1-point leads.
Oh, here he comes. This has been Hidrick's been phenomenal all game, coming down the lane.
Great move.
Step up on the defense.
Now, yep.
Now, what you want to see out of Hidrick, I think, Doug, is early on she was driving and moving it. Yeah. I think now she's getting herself caught. She got lucky there where it worked out for a team, but she wants to get back to that move it. She's been scoring a lot of points, but you got to get her teammates involved as well.
If you notice, in the first half of the game, she was driving on the left side of the floor predominantly. Now it looks like Coach Vero has made an adjustment and has put Goldberg on her and is forcing her more to the right. So it looks like everything's going towards the middle now. So she's coming back to the middle and is on her right hand. So it's almost like maybe we should, at the end of the third quarter, he may have her start on the right side to get to the middle to the left instead.
Free throw up, ball bounces outside. Ball possession here. Hidrick on the drive, baseline up with the left hand, and good!
Tough shot.
Star to see, regains the lead. 19-18, 10 seconds remaining. Crusaders coming down the paint. Dribbling in, getting down the middle. She's looking, got a little bit of a double team. Holds the ball, she's holding it. Vero from deep.
Oh!
Just off. Ooh. And your score at the end of the third quarter is Our Lady Star of the Sea 19, St. Clair's 18. Dougie Elwell, we're cooking with gasoline out here, my friend.
This is what it's here for, man. This is what we're here for. This is some level of play here for fourth grade girls. And I want to shout out, I see a lot of basketball guys in the gym right now. I want to shout out Rocky Ferrante, who just walked in, Connor Nicholson, who's here. You said Greg Civiletti before. You got Anthony and Sal from shooting school, Mike Tate here. A lot of guys here that are probably working with a lot of these kids. So shout out those guys, because this high level game, man. High level game.
And Dougie, you mentioned the coaching and the adjustments and the things we've seen so far. These girls are 9.
Yeah, I've been to and watched on YouTube and all this stuff like that. A lot of high school games this year. They're making better adjustments than high school teams are.
And mind you, we as high school coaches, we practice 7 days a week.
I
don't know how often these girls practice, but it can't be more than twice.
No, that was actually the best thing you said all day, Red. You said these girls are 9, and they're putting on the best show so far today.
This is just phenomenal I keep getting ready to say phenomenal high school basketball, but that's what I feel like I'm watching. These young ladies just giving it all. And Danny Chanod, while you were gone, taking care of some technical difficulties, we had a couple of buckets for both teams.
I was in the bathroom and I heard the place going wild. I was like, the one time I'm in the bathroom, the place is going wild.
Look at that,
From
Ray.
the foul line. Ooh. Just another whistle.
Ray, the lead pass to Goldberg to get to that position, instead of throwing it backcourt or throwing it directly to her from Alexa Patos there was beautiful. Basketball IQ at its finest there.
Just that hockey assist type deal where you make the pass that leads to the pass, and just as important as anything else. Basketball is some of its parts. You can't score if you don't rebound. You can't shoot if you don't get a good pass. So everything equals the other, and you're seeing a lot of that the way St. Clair's approaches the basketball game. So they'll have another free throw here to tie it, down by 1. Not sure if Danny's back on play-by-play or if he's just sitting here. I don't really know what Danny's doing.
Well,
he looks great, though. He looks great.
Thanks, guys. Back to the action on the court. Star of the Sea with it, and they have a 1-point lead for those of you paying attention at home. We've got ourselves an absolute nail-biter as we are in the fourth quarter of this girls' fourth grade A championship game between St. Clair and Olss.
I absolutely cannot stand that someone has to lose this game.
Are whistles unlimited, or do they eventually stop working? Because one of these refs is going to be in trouble.
I think there's a battery in it. It might be running low.
Right in front of her.
Might have to plug it in.
Wide open on the inbound here this time. We'll see what she could do with it.
Good defense again. Defensively, they're just cutting off the baselines and sidelines, doing a great job.
Hidrick, a little in this first time tonight, and Sarsi is going to back up here and not press. Hidrick, first time tonight, indecisive driving the baseline. You wanted to see some aggression out of her, whether it's with the drive, the pass, or the shot.
And Ray, I'm going to quote what you said before. She's 9.
Yeah.
She's 9. First time today that she's indecisive.
Right side, here's a long shot. Almost goes, kisses the side of the rim. No,
Great job getting
Excellent
back.
hustle rebound this time from the Crusaders. Isabella Ambrosio chases it down. Now coming the other way, the runner in the
strong.
lane. Too strong this time from Emma Demiri.
Okay.
And a walk is called against OLSS. It'll stay blue and gold basketball.
Demiri can shoot it, huh? Nice. She got a nice shot.
Perfect. It
Beautiful
looks like
shot.
Looks like she went to Doug Elwell some training. That's what I see anyway.
Unfortunately, she has not. That means that someone else is doing a fantastic job.
I have smelled many things in my nose. I am now smelling sausage and peppers. A turnover. Coming the other way, Hedrick loses her footing and it goes out of bounds like a slip and slide.
Okay. I don't know. No more critiquing the refs. These guys
no, he says.
Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. Nonetheless, this game has been high octane. St. Clair's with the ball, 6 minutes, down 1. It's been a hotly contested game throughout. Star of the sea.
Man-to-man?
Dougie,
They're man-to-man?
Are they matched up man-to-man right now,
They're
Doug?
man-to-man,
Oh,
right?
my. First man-to-man of the day comes from these young ladies. What a high-octane game.
They're fired up here in the broadcast booth. We love man-to-man
I just
defense.
tackled Doug, yeah.
Dan, there are high school teams that will never play man-to-man.
That won't play man-to-man.
Never.
You know what high
Never.
school teams play man-to-man? St. Peter's, Farrell, Curtis. The teams that win match up man-to-man. And you see it today.
Polyprep.
Oh, well,
There's
There's
certainly
another
Polyprep.
one. And we have a foul in the backcourt here, trying to bring it across the timeline. It goes against St. Clair.
That may be one of the first mistakes that St. Clair's has made in the press in terms of fouling here, which is amazing since they've been pressing since the first quarter.
Coach is unhappy on the sideline, so I mean,
Listen, you expect greatness from these girls, and they're providing it. So
they're showing it.
Oh,
You mentioned Poly. Doug Elwell, coach at Poly. Our varsity went into Poly this year, and I've been in car accidents that had better results in that game. So shout out to the Poly.
Good
Poly
perimeter
program.
passing. It won't go. Second chance opportunity. Drops. Natalie Miniacci with the bucket.
here
Look
comes
at the
Demiri
excitement, too.
with the left. Beautiful.
Crusaders miss. Second chance opportunity.
Got a foul.
Won't go, but a foul called.
Now,
So Doug, we talked about Vero about eventually she's going to make something because she's been taking a lot of good shots. Maybe now something to get to the foul line,
Yeah.
something to open it up for her.
And also, I want to shout out Demiri on that drive there. She's obviously a right-handed player, shooting right-handed all game. Drove to the left, and on the left side, Ray, left-hand layup.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Absolutely beautiful.
Incredible.
We got to keep these games on and just keep providing these things for the community because this is just perfect. And she's a little off. So she's had a rough day shooting the basketball, but defensively she's altered tons of shots and she's on the boards.
She's been doing a great job, all doing little things right now on the court.
To show lots of people out there you can impact the game, not just with your scoring. There's a lot of different ways to help a team win.
For sure.
Second shot coming up to cut the 2.
Nice.
And she nets it.
Beautiful. Nice soft touch, Ray, too, for a bigger girl, right?
Yeah, I mean, so touch for anybody.
Usually at this age, the centers on our team, on the girls' teams, boys' teams, usually just kind of throwing the ball up. She has a beautiful
Traveling violation, and this is becoming costly now. Star of the Sea squandering a three-point lead here.
It's winning time, Dan.
You know, when it's a one-possession game all night,
oh, good block.
you can't have turnovers now in crunch time, coaches. Down the other end. Beautiful move, won't go off the right glass. Crusaders battle for it, jump ball.
Great hustle, both to the floor as quickly as possible. Hendrick missed that, got down to the ground as quickly as possible.
And I
able to get her the ball.
And I guarantee as you watch Hendrick's development, a year or two from now, she's going to drive and finish that with her right hand.
100%. We're looking at a Danielle Williamson. We're looking at a Angelina Hodgins type player for sure.
That's some high praise, Coach. Wow, awesome.
Beautiful entry pass up and in. The crowd loves it. And why shouldn't they? Natalie Minacci lays it in. It's a 4-point game.
Two big buckets, Ray, from her in the last couple possessions
and
here.
Coach tested to her and a block there.
And another block. She has 2 blocks and 4 points in the last 2 minutes of the game.
She's doing it on both ends of the court right now. Stop, pop, off the glass. Too strong. Minacci. Second chance opportunity won't go. It'll stay Star of the Sea basketball. And listen to their crowd.
Let's give some flowers to Mike and Tracy Testator on the out-of-bounds plays too, Coach Elwell.
Flowers. Doug, how was that fruit basket you guys got this week?
It's almost done, right?
It's the only reason why Doug's here today. We got to pepper the crew at home.
My daughter opened the fruit basket up. It was like Christmas morning.
That's right.
I didn't get a fruit basket.
Well, you don't have a wife that we have to ask to let you out of the house, Ray.
Wait a minute, this fruit baskets?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of money, and I sent a fruit basket dipped in chocolate to get Doug here to the game. It's not
I
a long
didn't see
story.
Doug doing boys league football in 10-degree weather.
We talk.
All right,
We
fair
talk.
enough.
I know.
All right.
All fair points.
Glad
all
to see
fair
where I
points.
stand on the totem pole. That's
Listen,
all right.
there will be fruit baskets galore after this CYO tournament. Believe me.
I don't like fruit anyway.
I think flagship is more your role, Ray.
I adore flagship. Jay Sykes.
Or maybe, Dan, maybe we can send some wings to Ray.
You know what? That's the best idea I've ever heard.
Everybody's got good ideas. And you know what? Here's somebody else who has good ideas. It's the guys at the Integrated Athletic Initiatives. It's a Staten Island-based nonprofit with the mission of bridging the gap between mainstream special needs and underdeserved youth and young adults. They're out here sponsoring us this weekend. Big shout out to them. You also might know them as the guys from Shooting School Basketball. Doug Elwell, we talked about earlier all the fantastic trainers on Staten Island that do so much for this community. Shooting School's one of them. You know, we talk about all these different coaches, players, families in the community. This is, it takes a full community effort to be where we are today.
I mean, that cliche line, right? It takes a village, right?
That's what I was trying to say.
I think that's what we have here. And shout out those guys because the league they run with kids that have disabilities, Because We Can, is a phenomenal thing for kids with disabilities. So if you have a child with disabilities looking to get into sports, look them up, guys. They do a fantastic job.
First time hearing of it, don't know anything about it, but I am available if I could ever help out. So that please reach out. I'd love to help out in any way I can.
Well, I hope they pay, Ray.
As you know, Danny, I work for free. So
yes.
Well, then, don't worry.
You're hired everywhere. There.
Especially for kids with special needs. You can always have Ray Palma if I can help it. Well, I'm not saying I can, but if I can help it anyway, I'm always available.
Yeah, they do a great job. Actually, I see some kids walking around with shirts right now. They have the logo on the back, Because We Can. So
they're out here, man.
Look them up, man.
A little turnover here from the Crusaders, coming up with a great hustle. Doing it all herself, throws it up right side, too strong.
Good hustle.
Great job, though, from Emma Demiria, the Crusaders.
How aggressive has Goldberg been throughout this whole game?
She's been phenomenal.
Goodness, all over the place.
And Ray, it started with her scoring in the beginning and like kind of controlling the tempo. Now it seems like she's gone to a defensive hustle role. So
just do it's what her team needs.
That shot won't go. Crusaders come up with a second chance opportunity. They try to send it up top, but it's turned over. Hedrick has it. Left side, throws it up. She's fouled. The shot doesn't go, but she's going to go to the charity stripe and shoot two.
If you're the Crusaders, you got to take her left hand away. The previous drive, she drove to the basket. Hedrick to the right side, unable to finish. This time going way more comfortable to her natural left side. She's drawing herself 2 free throws here.
Does Stollecy have, they hold some kind of rent here for the day for the bleachers over here? Because I feel like they're going to be here for a lot of games.
They've been in every championship game so far.
Today.
They kind of have a residency at Seton High School.
That's the word I was looking for, Ray, residency. I couldn't think of it. Thank you very much.
They have a residency today. I mean,
they're in the next game, boys.
I was just going to say, our first 4 games have Star of the Sea in them. It just goes to show.
Tells you a lot. By the way, my son is a free agent in terms of parishes, so if anyone wants to reach out to us,
unbelievable.
That's just
unbelievable.
Just for middle school, elementary school.
You got to take advantage of the broadcast.
For high school, everybody.
You got to take advantage of the broadcast. You took your shot. I like it. Back to the action. Off of 2 misses for Crusaders trying to get some momentum.
Great take.
We talked a lot about the kind of game Hedrick's had, but Goldberg just a minute ago mentioning her defense. Now Dougie getting back to a little more aggressive on offense. We have cameras falling down on Danny as we speak. I'm not sure what's happening there, so we're going to take over a little play-by-play. So Goldberg's going to go to the line, Doug. 3:29 left, down 4, chance to cut it to 2. And like you keep saying, both coaches, you see nothing but positivity.
Yep.
You see nothing but positive from the Testators.
Beautiful. Calm, cool, collected.
And how many times, Doug, have you seen a high school kid throw up a brick in a moment like this? You know, it's pressure, you know? And
well, listen, Danny said it before. You know, this is the second time this team has meet in the championship game. So these girls have been here before. They know what it takes. They play AAU, they play travel, they're playing year-round now. This is different now.
Hedrick up the sideline.
Great job defensively by 26 there.
Yeah, 26 is Jaya Soraya on the ball pressure here. Look, a little trap.
Yep, they're trying to get out of her hands, right? Great job.
Working beautifully.
Yep. Here comes Demiri.
Down the paint here, aggressive. Gets into the paint. Demiri up, and the foul is called.
Yep.
That's going to put Demure at the line with a chance to cut it to 1. 3:07 remaining.
There's no one else better I want on the line right now if I'm St. Clair's too. She's having her fantastic game. And those are the shots she's making throughout the course of the offense. So
all-around floor game, too.
100%.
You know, just these guys, these young ladies just know what they're doing and playing and competing. So, again, the free throw line is going to decide a lot. Down 3, 2 shots upcoming. And as you called, Doug, nothing but nylon.
Beautiful.
2-point game here. Crusaders trying to cut it to 1.
I just
Danny
found out
Chanod is back from powerlifting some cameras.
I just found out, Ray, that's my sister's student at PS8.
Well,
so
and she has a fantastic teacher on top of that.
STEM teacher through the roof.
STEM, what a great class. And every school should have that. Kids learn a lot of really cool things. Nonetheless, here comes Hidrick again. 3 as we get below 3 minutes.
Look at this. 3 girls on her now.
You know
really
what?
trying to take the ball away out of her hands.
And while it's not what Hidrick wants to see, it's great coaching. You want to take the best player out of it. It makes somebody else beat you. Haven't had a lot of points from other members of Star of the Sea, so you're going to force someone other than Hidrick to beat you, and that's just good coaching.
Look for what's her last name? Minichi, number 4. Look for her to step up here. She had a couple baskets early on in the fourth quarter. There's Vero.
Vero's coming closer every time she gets it, Doug. And one's going to drop eventually. And a foul here. Not sure of the 1-on-1 situation. Looks like we are in the 1-on-1 according to this. Yes, we are in a 1-on-1. So that's going to put Hidrick at the line, up by 2, 2:37 down 1.
Yep, everyone's calling for it, the 1-on-1. Shout out to Mike Neely Jr. over there doing the official scorebook today.
Yeah, God bless. I couldn't do that again.
No.
You got to pay attention a lot when you're in the book. You know?
He's one of the best, Mike. Mike's one of the best. One of my teammates in high school, Farrell here, and does a great job at Hofstra, was part of their staff over there for a little bit. So shout out Mike, doing a great job over there, I'm sure. I haven't checked the book, so I don't really know, but I'm sure he's doing a fantastic job.
I'm sure he's great. Now Hidrick here, 1-on-1, off. Crusaders, no. Rebound comes down, 11-41 here for St. Clair's comes Goldberg. Down 2, plenty of time left.
Give it
Have
up.
to find somebody open. Look at that, the flyer away from the outside off the side of the backboard. Getting back defensively on the Crusaders as Star of the Sea on the push. Ball trapped on the sideline.
Foot on the sideline, right?
Yeah, defensively,
That's incredible.
That's how you, and Doug Elwell, if you didn't hear him there, is pointing out to me, the defenders are putting their foot in the sideline, cutting it off. I can't get a team that I have.
And when you say put your foot on the sideline, it's like they're actually putting their foot out of bounds physically.
Correct.
And placing their body partially out of bounds and most of it inbounds, taking away the entire lane on the boundary.
Thus
Correct.
9 years old.
Yeah, so
Incredible.
thus ensuring you will not get up the sideline. Coach Elliot Wilson could hear me right. I'm having heart palpitations from how many times I told my team that again, we practice 6 days a week. We'll call it 2 hours a day. That's 12 hours of practice a week, and I can't get my kids to come up the sideline. Here, I got 9-year-olds that are being so maybe I need to go up and hire the Testatoids to come run the basketball at Newdorf because they have done a fantastic job, as well as Coach Petoza and Coach Vero over there.
Is there a Martin playing next?
What we have next is we have Sacred Heart 4th grade. Yeah, absolutely. We got
The entire
Salim.
Martin family just walked in the gym.
If the entire Martin family walked in, we'd be sold out because there's a lot of Martins. But yes, our next game will feature Sacred Heart and again Our Lady Star of the Sea 4th grade A, and I believe my guy Salim Martin is on the team of there.
Oh my goodness!
And
That's
you
gonna
get
be
ready
fun.
for that.
That is going to be fun, man.
A Martin among men, as we'll say. Some say monsters, but here in Staten Island, the Martins are monsters.
Well,
That's
here
gonna
we
be
go,
fantastic.
gentlemen.
And Danny
It's
Chanod is back. All right.
2-point game. 23-21 is our score. Star of the Sea trying to make it 2 championship victories 2 years in a row after coming from behind last year to win against the same team. Oh, it drops from number 11, Chloe Cicino.
Vero let it fly, and they got a foul on the baseline there.
So now, Ray, she's blocked. Minici's blocked her 3 times on that shot. They finally got her in the hand, the cookie jar a little bit there with that block there. Maybe a little too much hand on that one.
And how about down the other end, Dougie? Hidrick on the drive. We said drive to pass. She drives and drops the dime of the night.
And the girl that knocks that shot down, we have not mentioned one time tonight. So what is step up by Chloe there to be able to knock that shot down?
And I keep pointing it out, but 30. Look at the free throw from Vero.
Beautiful.
Struggled offensively all game. Charlotte stepping to the line, knocks one down. 3-point game here. Big one here to make it a 1-possession game. The focus, the follow through is up. Back rim.
She gets the
Rebound by
rebound.
Vero. Lets it fly.
And it's going to be a turnover. Sarah the Sea comes up with it, brings it across the timeline. They are up by a full 3 points with no three-pointers available in this league. So it is a two-possession game.
And there is no shot clock.
Now a pass, extra pass, beautiful.
Ooh.
Right side doesn't go. Crusaders fight for the board. A wild pass turns into a turnover and then a foul.
That foul's going to be the 9th on St. Clair's, I believe, so it'll still be a 1-and-1. Big shots coming up here. If you're St. Clair's, no matter what, make 2 free throws, miss both free throws, whatever, still, minute 30 is plenty of time. The three-point shot is not in play here at this age. So all you want to do is run your offense, get yourself a good look on the other
I would
end.
love if Goldberg was on the bottom of this right now to box out and get this rebound. I feel like she needs to get this rebound.
And Doug calls it, that's his Tony Romo moment, we call it here.
It's okay to get the ball back.
Future before it happens. Nonetheless, still works out for St. Clair's. 2-possession game, 1:27 remaining.
Love to see it. It's what it has come down to and what has been the best game on the
Here we go.
docket. The crowd is on its feet.
As we said, small town Indiana, right in the middle of New York City. You get this nowhere else.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is 4th grade girls basketball. This is the championship.
Look at this move.
Here's a deep 2, right side, won't go. Crusaders go for the board, and they can't come up with it.
The 2 teammates there, I think they got a little confused with each other. That's all right there. It's Alexa Bato's a little disappointed, but still a lot of time here.
And we're face guarding Hedrick now with Demiri here.
Yeah, good decision here.
Now they get it into Demiri. Working with her left hand into a triple team. She finally finds an open Dolphin. Stop, pop, the shot goes off the back rim. No. Outside, second chance opportunity won't go.
Rebound.
Star of the Sea still has it. And
job.
now the Crusaders come up with it and they're fouled.
See, I think Doug called that. I don't know if the jump ball would have happened, but she ripped through aggressively, showed some dominance as the offensive player. Referee rewarded with the foul. Well, if it's a foul, why is it not 1-on-1? I'm confused. Why are they inbounding here? It's been 1-on-1 for the last half hour. Why would this change? What is going on? They don't know. Both coaches are now at the other foul line here. It's obvious.
There is no coaching box in CYO.
There's no discussion here. It's a 1-on-1 on the other end. They called the foul.
Yeah, he called the foul,
okay,
and Coach Vero called timeout as well. So there's a time.
Gotcha.
There was in confusion. It seems like that there was a timeout before the foul, but they gave the foul first, and now they're giving them the timeout.
Okay, so timeout here. Calm your kids down. Or is there a timeout? I don't know.
Well, gentlemen, while we have a timeout, we want to give a big shout out to all our sponsors out there that helped us today. Next Level Sports, Fidelis Investments, Shooting School, Sage Wealth and Management, Richmond Amateur Sports Association, Kiwanis North on Staten Island. Big shout out to them. Inspire Hoops, Sacred Heart, and of course the Initiative. So a big shout out to everybody joined in today. This is the 4th grade A basketball championship between St. Clair and Our Lady Star of the Sea. St. Clair not going away just yet, but they needed that free throw that doesn't go.
The sideline cut off.
And it's lost. Turnover.
Look up,
St. Clair comes up with it. Looking up with a full head of steam, she finds an open Crusader who throws it way over the backboard. Little bit too charged up on that play.
Well, how could you blame her? You're playing in front of 1,000 people here at Farrell, and you're 9.
It's a great timeout by Vero here. Girls are a little upset right now. Timeout to calm their nerves a little bit, to make sure they're okay and get them back on that court.
Absolutely. You pointed out a minute ago, Doug, you want them to look up. It's just hard, you know.
No,
when you got 2 people double teaming you, and there's hands. It's so easy to say from the sideline here.
There's also a line waiting to get into this gym.
This is
to pack this out even more than it is packed out already.
I see the pack of Martins you're referring to. I see my guy Kareem and Kareem Jr. over there. So the Martins are in the building.
Talib, who is taller than everybody over there, is not even in high school yet. Fantastic.
Talib's a former student of mine. I had a chance to coach him.
What a player, man.
Just another in the long line of Martins.
You got Kadir over there, who just had a big win the other night against Zavarian in the first round of the city playoffs for the AA. Came up big time in overtime for them.
Well, I just look back. I mean, I was an assistant coach for Phil Martin at Curtis. I guess around 05.
Yeah, I played against Phil. Was a sophomore when I was a senior, I believe.
Yeah, so that's how long the Martins go. There's still Martins playing now.
Oh yeah,
and there's a Martin playing in a 4th grade game coming up next. So Kareem and his family do a great job of making children that can play sports and nothing else.
Boys did that.
More importantly, student athletes.
Shout out Bluchy McGlure, who just walked in, does a great job at Blueprint Academy as well.
Look at Doug again. I want to shout Doug, shouting out other people because we're all together here. Takes a village in Staten Island.
Here's
Inbound
a
gets in.
beautiful
Hendricks
inbound.
down.
On that side.
All right, let's see what happens. They get it across the timeline now. 35 seconds on the game clock. She stops her dribble. Has to get rid of it. It's a turnover. St. Clair's has it. And numbers. They throw it up court. The shot right side. She's fouled and going to the line. This is number 21, Emma Demiri.
I'm sorry, my St. Clair's is coming out a little bit right now. I'm being a little fan here
You're
right
hyped
now.
up. You're hyped up right now.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with you being a fan, though, because I have no horse in this game.
No, this is just a great game.
And I am.
Right.
My heart is racing right now.
It's a great game.
So a big free throw is coming up here for the Crusaders with Demeril. She got a chance to make it a one-possession game, and I imagine to be back up in that press.
You just want them to be able to make great plays towards the end of the game.
I'm sorry? Grandson. Pleasure. Absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. Hope to talk afterwards. Thank you. My great-grandfather was borough president of Staten Island a very long time ago, and that young man remembered him, so I had to shout him out.
Guy just walked up in the middle of the broadcast, 25 seconds to go. Hey, how are you?
Cut off the sideline again.
And we asked for a timeout for Star of the Sea. It looks like they got it.
I don't think so.
No, they didn't get it.
I don't think. Yeah, they were up the sideline. There was some confusion of who the possession would be. So if you're St. Clair's here, I think you can keep trapping. I don't know if you have to foul yet. You can try and look to foul and create a steal.
Honestly, Ray, if someone else gets the ball other than Hendrick, I'm going to foul right now.
Absolutely.
You know, if I want someone else to try
Now,
to make free
Hendrick
throws
now,
here.
I imagine, is the inbounder. I can't see from here.
Yes.
So she has to be the inbounder. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So she's inbounding. Most dangerous person on any play is the inbounder. If I'm the Crusaders here and Ambrizio,
there's 3 girls waiting for her after she gets the ball inbounded. So I would foul right now.
I want to give that right away. Oh, they're going to shoot it, give him a chance to rebound. Now here comes the Crusaders on the
St.
push.
Clair comes up with it across the timeline, throws up a deep bomb. Not sure the strategy, a lot of time left. And here's a second chance opportunity. It doesn't go. OLSS comes up with the board, and they're going to win the 4th grade A Girls Championship 2 years in a row.
I cannot describe how much fun that was, cannot describe how great a game it was, but Dougie Elwell, we talked about it earlier. Star of the Sea was the winner of the game, but there was no one that lost.
No,
what a fantastic...
Absolutely not. The girls on St. Clair's, I know they're upset. They're crying right now. Almost makes me want to cry, but they are phenomenal.
We need a player of the game, Doug. Who do you got?
Oh, it's got to be Hedrick.
All right, so we're going to ask
Doug,
for
we're going to
Elena
ask
Hedrick.
you
Doug, you got to go get her.
Hedrick for us. You're the youngest one here. We need Hedrick. So in a moment...
Go get her right now, Doug. Don't you come back without her.
So we're sending Doug to get... I'm not sure if it's Elena
star
or
of the
Aliana.
game.
I'll ask you how to pronounce.
Our
but
star of the
nonetheless,
game
we got
from
Hedrick
Star of the
coming over.
Sea.
Not that I know. All right, so coming to the bench here, the star of the game. She's coming to join us here at the bench. We're going to get her out here really quick. Now, am I saying your name? Is it Elena or Elenia? Aliana. Talk to that mic for me, Aliana. Aliana, you played a fantastic game today. How did it feel to play in front of a crowd like this?
Felt good.
Felt good? So you did a lot of scoring, you did a lot of passing, you did a lot of everything for your team. What's your favorite part of the game?
Scoring.
Okay,
good
scoring is
answer.
you can't win if you don't score. So we're going to get you out of here. Just wanted to say congratulations on a championship. How does it feel to be the champions of 4th grade girls basketball?
Really good.
She's going to Disney World. That's the answer. I'm going to Disney World.
Well,
People ask you how you feel, you're going to Disney World.
Aliana, thank you for your great game today. Congratulations to you and your teammates. We look forward to watching you over the next few years here at CYO and then watching you in high school and college. You're a fantastic player. Thanks for joining us.
Congratulations, Aliana. Great stuff.
Go get your trophy, Aliana. Take care, sweetie.
Go get that trophy. She's a champion. She's our MVP of this game. Great stuff, Ray. Listen, you guys stick around, all right? You guys stick around.
Danny, look at the lineup line. Look at Coach Petosa and Coach Vero, who had the hardest job in basketball right now.
100%.
Doing a great job getting
Doing a
things
great
ready.
job.
Great job, Dougie Elwell. Great job, Dan Chanod.
Hey, you guys stick around, all right? We've got another game with you guys on the docket next. It's Sacred Heart versus Our Lady Star of the Sea. Danny Chanod, Ray Palma, Doug Elwell on the call. If you're enjoying this, like and share. CYO basketball, Staten Island at its finest. Local sports, let's go.
Main Street Coffee. Main Street Coffee. I've never had it.